What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to SW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Gacharic's spin to Us Who Couldn't Become Anyone. So the original title seems to be Nanimono, nimo, Narenakatta, Bokutachi, and I'm sure I messed every single word up, but that's kind of the official title, so I wanted to say it too. This is another request by Paul, Fatalistic Viking, over on my Buy Me a Coffee page. Thank you so much. If you want to be like Paul and support me and my channel and get your requests reacted to as fast as possible, the link to my Buy Me a Coffee page is in the description, or you can scan the QR code. Thank you very much. Paul said in his message that this is from Angie's coming of age concert and shows a completely different side of Gacharic spin, and that's a very emotional song that means a lot to the band, and when you read the lyrics you'll understand why, and that I should be putting on closed captions for when Angie speaks to understand why it's emotional, though turn it off with the song. He goes on to say the gist of what she's saying is that before joining the band she felt completely lost and that she wouldn't amount to anything. She dedicated the song to those that were never able to fulfill their dreams. That's definitely sounding really emotional. I'm really excited to see a different side of Gacharic spin. I loved the sides I've seen and heard so far. They're just a really impressive creative band, and I love to check out more by them. And now I'm curious to see what this emotional side of them sounds like, and to find out and go deeper into what it's about. I'll have to see when the part of Angie speaking is. I'm assuming maybe the way Paul said it, it's maybe in the beginning, so I'm just starting with closed captions on and see, and if it's somewhere in between I'll just quickly change it up. I'll somehow manage to do it. But before we start, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it.
今日はアンジーなりの成人式、夢を口に出せば叶うゼップ羽田東京に来てくれたみんな本当にありがとうございます。自分が初めてお小遣いを貯めてライブハウスっていう場所に足を運んだのが、この会場はね新しいからまだまだね今日初めて来たんですけど、ゼップ東京だったんですよ。中学校1年生の時にバンドってこんなかっこいいんだなって、音楽ってこんなに死ぬ気で伝えてくれるんだなって思った時に、音楽がバンドがライブが好きになりました。加入してこれから3年が経ちます。想像しなかったことがたくさん起きて、一個一個みんなのおかげで、メンバーのおかげで、スタッフさんのおかげで夢だったことが現実になってきてます。3年前の自分はこんな風にゼップ羽田のねステージで自分の名前をつけてもらったライブ、そして成人式の後にライブができるなんて本当に思ってなかったです。夢は口に出せば叶う、この言葉はずっと大切にしてきた言葉です。私自分に取り柄がなくてなんかこれといったもの、特技とかそういうものが何も見つけられなくて、でもなんかこのガチャリックスピンに出会ってからは自分の居場所だったりとか、自分ってこんなに素敵な人たちに応援してもらって、こんな素敵な人たちとバンドできてるんだって、それが何よりも自分の中の一番の取り柄で、自分にとってずっと守っていきたいものです。ガチャリックスピンのメンバーになるって口に出した時、それを叶えてくれたメンバーとみんなとあの言葉をね古賀さんに言った日から、口に出して叶えられないものはないんだなって確信がついたんですよ。全部叶うわけじゃないし、夢は口に出しても叶わなかったり どんだけ頑張ってもつかめない夢ってたくさんあると思うし、姉さんたちは13年間活動してきて、その13年間の中でそういうことだったり悔しい思いだったり、もう今は口に出せないよそんな夢とか思いって思うこともきっとあると思うんです。でも私が入ったからにはそんなこと言わせたくないんですよ。このかっこいいバンドをどこまでも日本だけじゃなくて世界中に届けたい、この音、この思いを、そしてこんなに素敵な人たちと一緒に作る空間をずっと大切にしていきたい、守っていきたい。誰一人欠けてほしくないです。これが今の私の一番の夢です。今口に出したからきっと叶うよね。みんなとずっといられるよね。
Wow. It's really coming from the heart.
Today, 本当にこの日に、この瞬間に一緒に過ごしてくれたみんな、そして来れなかったけどいっぱいエールを送ってくれた皆さん、本当にありがとうございます。大切なみんなにこの曲を届けたいと思います。聴いてください。何者にもなれなかった僕たちへ。
Really powerful.
錆びついた黄色い電車に乗り込む、今日もまた同じ繰り返し、キラキラしていたい、思えば思うほど苦しくなる。昔の僕が思ってた未来とは違うよな、何かのせいにして終わらせたくないよ、僕の物語。てっぺん目指して走ってきたはずだろう、なのに今日が違う がとうございました。ガチャリックスピンでした。
Wow, yeah. That was intense, powerful, emotional, but still really energetic. Really, really cool. So I'm maybe starting with the musical side before I get to the intro words and the meaning of the song and the lyrics. Like I said, I think it's really emotional, rock, pop rock, powerful, but still with some kind of uplifting energy. It's pretty reflective with a strong, vulnerable, and even in the music and especially in the performance, it feels really personal and introspective, which it obviously is. What we'll see later, maybe when we get into the lyrics or into the things she said in the beginning. I really enjoy in this song how multiple members are singing. It creates a great emotional contrast, a great change in the song, and every single one of them has a really unique and really special voice, and I think that's really impressive because it's not like some are backing vocals, some are lead vocals or something like that. I mean, I've seen that in my previous Gacharic spin reactions, but in this song especially, all of them have a great delivery, really get into the emotional mood of the song. Everyone has their style of singing, their style of delivery for their parts and their unique tone of voice. It just sounds really, really great in this song. Also, when they sing some parts together, those layers just sound amazing. Also, the changes of the song are reflecting in the style of singing, with some softer, more intimate parts, some more powerful, more energetic, almost like some sense of reflection style in the quieter parts, and shifting to some kind of determination in those bigger moments. That's really great. I really like the piano in this song. I think in different songs by them I've heard so far, there were almost always different instruments that were kind of leading the song, if you know what I mean. And for me, this time it was the piano mostly, maybe also because it's like more on the emotional side, and that's kind of fitting. But I really like the vibe, the melody, the instrumental interlude of the piano in between. Even though I also really like the little guitar solo, that was amazing too. But of course, overall, I feel like this is the first song I've heard by them where really the meaning of the lyrics is in the focus, and the instruments are great and create a great atmosphere, but more support to create this feeling and this mood and give like a frame for the meaning. And I think that worked really well, and it sounded really good. What I found really interesting is that the drums were quite energetic for the overall mood of the song, and somehow that still fit. It was kind of fast-paced at some parts, even when the rest of the instruments weren't doing too much, but it created a great foundation for the song and for the energy and this uplifting vibe that I talked about in the beginning. So that's really great as well. And now maybe a few words to the meaning of the song. Like I read in the beginning, Paul said in his message that Angie speaks about before joining the band, she felt completely lost and wouldn't amount to anything, and that she dedicated this song to those that were never able to fulfill their dreams. And I think that sums up what she talked about in the beginning pretty perfectly. I think that's a really powerful introduction. She really showed her heart, showed her emotions, and I think that shows strength and that needs courage to stand on a stage and talk about those feelings. That's impressive because I think every one of us has some kind of doubts or negative feelings, and it's important to talk about things. Maybe not everyone has to stand on a stage and say those things out loud to the whole world, but sometimes it even takes courage to talk about it with your loved ones or your friends or your family. So I think it's always a great role model for artists to be open about those things and give an introduction like that, show some motives or of how they've gotten to write this song, what has driven them to that, and just straightforward talk about their feelings. I think she did it in a great emotional way here, found the perfect words to describe what she's feeling or what she has felt. And I definitely see what she's talking about in the beginning in the lyrics as well. Like she's talking to people who once aimed high, who feel disillusioned, uncertain, or maybe even invisible. And you could read it in the lyrics that it's kind of out of own experience what she's talked about, and that's what makes the style of lyrics so relatable. But I also like how they still manage to balance the lyrics with hope by carrying memories, connections, pain and joy alike, and telling us listeners to keep running to what we believe in, even if the path to that is messy or scary. So, like I said, this really is a powerful message that I can totally relate with and agree with, because it's just not like that everything's always perfect. Especially finding some kind of meaning in your life or talent, what she talked about, or what makes you happy, what fulfills you. But in the end, it's definitely worth to keep chasing our dreams. And she's a great example for that. It turned out perfectly for her. So really happy to hear her talk about that, and just a good example for everybody else to keep chasing as well. Thanks a lot, Paul, for this request. As always, had a lot of fun. Really, really cool song. It really was a different side of Gacharic spin musically, but especially also the lyrics, the meaning, the introduction. The music, I feel like, was different because it was more emotional, less funky, but you could still hear the style of Gacharic spin in it, and that's really cool and really impressive to create this unique and special song that transports a completely different mood and atmosphere to what I've heard so far, but you can still hear and see the band's character and the band's style in it. So that's really awesome. Let me know what other songs by them I should check out, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.